Hello and welcome to another episode of Merlin's Musings. I had a plan for today's episode originally, but in the light of things change, and there's been a lot of change going on at the moment in the world, in my world. In my world for sure. I'm even contemplating changing my career path. Not that I'm going to stop making music. That's never going to happen. But yeah, I've just been tapping into this idea of self-worth more and more. It was funny actually, because at the beginning of the year, a friend asked me what my New Year's resolution was going to be, and I've never liked the idea of New Year's resolutions because it's just I don't know, it's a bit fleeting majority of the time. Unless you can really tap into something that really strikes true to your heart. It's going to be generally I've found that it's something that just kind of flies past in the moment of, I need to change, But sometimes if you're on a good path, then just stick to it. Anyways, what I said to this person was that this year I would be reflecting on how far I've come in life and to be proud of myself for getting this far, to be proud of myself in terms of who I've become, and to really celebrate life as much as I can in as many ways as possible, that allows me to really reap the rewards of having gotten so far in such a crazy life. Not that my life is any crazier than any others, and not to say that I'm special in any other way that demeans anyone else, because life itself is crazy is what I'm actually saying. And I do recognize that I am actually extremely privileged in many ways. And exactly my point though, to be grateful that I have all of these possibilities that have been enabling me throughout my life, as well as then to be grateful for all of the hardships, because they have allowed me and helped me become who I am today, which I personally think is a beautiful person, someone who is caring, someone who is strong, someone who is resilient, someone who perseveres, someone who has vision and who is grounded within the vision, someone who's empathic, sorry. That one always catches me off guard. I've really been honing in my compassion as well. And within all of this and within that, I also realized and said to this person that the one New Year's resolution, or the one thing that I want to do this year, is figure out the mechanics of generating money. And money's always been money has been a very interesting topic, I think, just in our world, because it's come from such fucking weirdly twisted backgrounds of I don't know. I mean, it's got good backgrounds as well. of like, instead of carrying around a fuckload of weighty gold, you can carry around pieces of paper, and now you can carry around a card that has a bunch of numbers, or a chip on it that then relates to a bunch of numbers that then we've said has value. And now we can even just say that there's numbers that have value, that don't even have any like real world correspondence, so to say, other than that, then, you know, that's a weird sentence. Anyways, other than that, when you transfer crypto into like money, then it's related to the value of gold, and the people who said that gold were whatever. Without going down any negative rabbit holes, or rabbit holes that do not serve the highest purpose of this conversation, of this stream of consciousness, of this stream of reflection. How to generate money. And it's been an interesting one, because I've generated quite some money, and then I've lost it all, and then I've generated a lot of money, and then I've lost it all, and then I've generated a lot of energy, and I've lost it all. And well, okay, maybe not lost it all, but like I got so tight within myself, within my being, within my body, that then I didn't have the energy to then do anything that I was doing before. And yeah, it's been an interesting process of kind of coming back and forth within these states of being, of lack and then abundance, and then abundance within lack, and then lack within abundance. And yeah, the ebb and flow has been so real. And the place where I'm really coming to now is recognizing my self-value, my self-worth, and how I see myself, and how valuable I portray myself to be, is really where the value begins. And then monetary wealth, like the actual physical cash or physical numbers in the bank, that's all a byproduct of your own personal feeling of self-worth. And yeah, it wasn't an easy process. It's still, no, it's getting easier. It's actually getting a lot easier. It gets easier. Everything gets easier the more you get involved, and the more hardships you just fucking tackle head on with an open heart, an open mind. Listen to my other podcast about true strength and how vulnerability is the true strength, because that's really it. Like, doesn't matter how strong you are physically, if you can't be open-hearted and open-minded, you're gonna get crushed in this world. And yeah, you'll probably take other people with you. But anyways, fuck that topic. The point being, like, you really got to stand up for yourself, and stand true to your beliefs and your intuition and your divine state of being, that flows through your physical manifested being. The part that I've definitely found the most challenging, and I'm so grateful for every person and situation that has come into my life to offer these opportunities of growth, because honestly, pain and suffering and anything that is perceivingly negative is just an indicator for your growth. Like, allows you to see a place where you can be better and you can be stronger. And that switch of mindset just takes all of your energy back to you. You stop throwing away your energy to people saying, oh, that person hurt me, this person did that, this situation did that. No. That person did something and now I have this feeling. I don't feel this way, because if you say that I feel this way, then you're identifying with the feeling and basically saying that it has control over you. But saying that I have this feeling, this person did this thing and I have this feeling now, that's you saying that I have all of the power here. I'm a sovereign being and I can do with that energy, because it's all just energy. I can do with that energy whatever I want. And I'm gonna turn that energy into $1 million in the bank, man. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. I don't care what anyone else says. I don't care who thinks what, because in the end, I'm the one governing my life. I'm the one who is the king of my kingdom. Yeah, I'm the king of my domain, and that's basically what sovereignty is. And yeah, again, I'm so very grateful and thankful, and I only have love for all of the people in my life who, yeah, have proven to be somewhat challenging, because it really allows me to stand taller, to stand stronger, to find more strength within myself than I've ever had before. And yeah, the courage that it takes for me to do that is incredible. For one, I got to give myself credits. And yeah, the courage it takes for them to do that as well, I can only imagine. Like, I mean, yeah, I believe that we have made contracts with each other before we've come to this planet, to this dimension, to this physical realm. And these contracts have basically stated, like, I will do this to you so that you can remember this about yourself. And when someone has a contract like that, it's my duty. If someone's going to be rude to me so I can practice patience, it's my duty to practice patience and to be kind and to be loving, to be compassionate, to be open-hearted, so that they can remember themselves. And one of the challenges that I've definitely been learning, and I'm still learning to harness, is this concept of righteous anger. Because in the past, I've been quite passive. Yeah, I've been quite passive, where things would happen and I didn't want to be rude to the other person, so I would just like shut down, engage my cage, and just go into a little ball essentially, and just become quiet and just seethe inside, or just crumble with depression and sadness inside and apathy. And if you look up on Google or whatever on the internet, the emotional frequency chart. So scientists have gotten together with the finally, scientists and Eastern culture have gotten together. Eastern culture has known this for years. Science is now only kind of really getting involved. Okay, they've been getting involved for a while now, actually. But basically they've figured out the vibrational frequency of each emotion and the hierarchy of that. And yeah, essentially like sadness, grief, apathy are lowest vibrations, are the absolute lowest vibrations, because they cripple you, they make you stagnant, you don't want to do anything. Yeah, you just become a puddle, basically. And the funny thing is that anger is actually a step up. And it's a step up because the energy is starting to evolve, the energy is starting to move, and it's moving up your spine, up your being, up your trunk. Pride is even higher. And it's funny because I don't know, like when I was younger, I thought that pride was an egocentric and negative thing. But it's like the ego is a necessary thing in this existence. Just attachment to it is where it gets dangerous. But yeah, being proud of yourself is necessary. Like, how can anybody achieve anything without being fucking stoked that they did that thing, you know? Or like without wanting to feel the stoke, or without feeling the stoke before it's happened, because that's how manifestation works in the end. You feel the way that you want to feel before the feeling actually occurs, and therefore you start attracting it to you from the quantum realm, which has everything happening all the time at once. Yeah, interesting fact actually as well about this emotional frequencies and such. For a long time, I think especially in the Western cultures, we've been taught that love is the highest vibration. But love is not the highest vibration. Joy is even higher, and enlightenment is even higher. And enlightenment can be a bit of a wishy-washy, woo-woo kind of topic, because it's like, cool, yeah, there's some people who are enlightened. Sometimes I feel enlightened, and then other times I feel fucking ridiculously stupid. But yeah, it's a matter of authenticity actually, because within the concept of infinity, which is what basically the quantum realm is, everything exists all the time. There is no time, there is no space, because just everything that could ever possibly ever be is. And so this dimension, this reality, this physical realm is a culmination of the everythingness that then we perceive through a limited brain that can only perceive a certain light spectrum and a certain frequency range of sound, and so on. And so any suffering is part of the isness of infinity. Any joy is part of the isness of infinity. And so being authentic is the only way to exist in whatever state that you are. Like, this is why people say that failure only exists when you stop trying. If you stop existing, then you died. But if you exist, it's in the definition of existence to be. And so whatever your existence is in that current state, change is the only fucking constant. So knowing that, you can be in whatever state you are, angry, sad, happy, ecstatic, pissed off, fucking crippled with depression, whatever. Be in that state for a minute, move that energy, move that emotion. Emotion is energy in motion, as Joe Dispenza says. And so this idea of righteous anger is something that I'm still learning. And it's like, for me to be able to feel emotions, see the beauty in someone, see the possibility of someone's purity, the possibility of their sovereignty, and then for them to treat me in some way that makes me feel, that gives me this feeling of feeling absolutely like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how the fuck can you even do that? You know? It's like, surely you've got the ability within you to just take responsibility, or to say sorry, or to like take accountability, just to recognize what you've done. Yeah. And in the past, I would have just been like, oh, yeah, the world's a horrible place and there's horrible people out there. Now I'm like, fuck that. The world ain't shit, bro. I make the world. The world is an amazing fucking place, actually. The world is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's full of wonder. And I wonder how the fuck you can pull some goofy shit like that, dude. Yeah, and now it's starting to move into anger. Now I'm starting to understand this stuff more. I can move it into anger. I can move that energy up, and then I can move it into pride for being able to actually recognize what's happening, take my energy back and transmute it. Then I can change it into willingness, which is a higher state of being. And I suppose this is where the righteous anger comes in, where it's like, I can be angry just to move the energy and tune the dude straight, but from a place of compassion. I had a situation recently where I gave a guy a gig of mine, and yeah, essentially then the guy who hired me said that because I didn't play the full gig, he wasn't going to pay me fully, and I didn't end up paying the guy that I asked to take the extra slot for me. I didn't pay him full, and I gave him a bunch of free drinks, so he doesn't want to pay me fully. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, yeah, essentially the contract had stated that they were going to pay me a flat rate. They didn't tell me about an hourly rate. Then I gave some money already before the colleague of mine played, because he needed some money, and I'm abundant. Money comes, money goes, I don't give a fuck. What my number is right now in the bank, I know it is millions, actually. And if it doesn't reflect that right now, time is a fucking illusion, so whatever, time will catch up to my current state of being. And yeah, then I got in contact with the colleague and told him, like, hey man, so like what happened, you know? I paid you out of generosity, paid you out of kindness, and now the venue owner is telling me that you told him some other stuff behind my back. That's not cool. And his response was along the lines of, oh, sorry, bro, I don't remember saying anything like that. Maybe it was someone else. Just full deflection, no responsibility taken. Even if that was the case, it's not even a sorry, bro, I didn't, like, that was never my intention. Let me see what I can find out if someone else said something, you know? No accountability taken. So then the anger gets even more stirred. And I'm like playing with this hot fucking potato, trying to figure out what to do with this anger. So I tune him again, and I'm like, hey bro, I mean, look, I'm not angry. I'm not trying to be pissed off with you. I'm trying to, like, figure this out from a point of mutual respect and kindness. And he comes at me again with, well, it wasn't me, bro. I didn't do anything. And then I send him another message of just saying, okay, cool, well then we can't work together because I understand that you don't respect me. I don't know if I said it exactly like that, but essentially it's like this relationship doesn't hold the mutual respect that I would like to have within my life. And so I'm going to respectfully take a step back from working with this person. And yeah, I feel like I handled it pretty well with where I'm at currently in my life. Having spoken to my brother about it, he mentioned that I didn't need to converse with the guy multiple times. And it just made me think, like, did I need to speak to him multiple times? Did I need to send the multiple messages? Maybe not. Maybe I could have just sent the first message and then left it at that. But at the same time, there was a bit of me that wanted to offer the opportunity for repentance, or however it is you can say it. And yeah, to almost stand up in love, even if I'm burning in anger. It really is just to come from this place of, hey man, I see that you have the potential of being a great human being, and I just want to help. But if you don't want to help yourself, and at the same time my energy is just going into the wind when I'm trying to direct it into a healthy kind of a way for you, then I'm going to step back from you. Because any energy I put out is going into the universe, and either way the universe is going to see and respect that I'm moving into the person that I want to be and that I am already. So yeah, I'm actually really stoked with how it went. There's been moments where, like, yeah, now in hindsight I'm stoked with how it went. But it hasn't been easy over the last couple of days. There's been feelings of purposelessness, of failure, of just like, I fucked up. But yeah, I just keep coming back to this thing of like, actually, what do I want? What is it that I want? I want to be respected. I want to be seen for the invaluable person that I am. I want to be loved. I want to be met on that common ground of taking responsibility for what I've done. And I know I can't expect that from everyone. I don't expect it from everyone. But what I do expect is just mutual respect, mutual understanding, and a basic level of humaneness, which I don't feel like I'm getting from this person. And I respect that. I respect this person. I respect that they're on their path. They're going through their own things. And I send them nothing but angels to help him along his path. Because, I trust that our paths have crossed so that I can learn more about myself. In the end, I don't know what his path is about, and if he keeps living in a negative life, then what the energy you put out is the energy you get back. And the funny thing is that I find kind of comedic is how the energy that I put out can seem negative. Like, I can even see how it can seem negative. But like, fuck, I've had such a battle within myself before putting any of that energy out. Like, do I really want to say this? Where is it coming from? Am I truly being a loving being in this state of being? Am I truly being authentic to myself? Am I compromising my inner beliefs, my inner intuition, my inner being? Because if I'm compromising my inner being, I've fucked up. That's failure right there. If I'm compromising my outer state, that's gonna have to happen. Like, compromises outside of yourself, that has to happen every now and again. I mean, fuck, if you're in a relationship and the lady wants to hang out, but you want to go have a boys' night out, like, there you're gonna have to compromise. You're gonna have to either compromise the boys' night out or compromise hanging out with the lady for a night. And then it's just a matter of like, what do you truly feel within yourself? If you truly feel within yourself that you need to have a night with the boys, go have the night with the boys and compromise that one night with the lady. Because then you can come back feeling fulfilled within yourself. If you were to feel like you need to have a night out with the boys and you end up spending the night with the lady and then you just resenting the whole time that you're there, oh, I wish I was out with the boys. That's obviously not gonna help her in any way. And it's not gonna help you in any way either. It's much better to go have the night out with the boys and then come have a conversation when you like when you come back, then you can have a good conversation with the lady. And then you can spend the next night with her because you feel a lot more full. You've had your time. You've had what you need. You've fed yourself. You've recharged your battery. And so stay true to yourself. Be authentic. Oh yes, one more thing I did want to say actually. This thing of authenticity. So my brother told me about this experiment that they did with the Faraday cage, which is a cage that allows you to, or like a box. It's an instrument of science that allows beings to stand, like people to stand inside, and it cuts off all electrical signals from the outside world, and so they can just kind of measure and see your frequency, like your energy, the energy that's coming out of your being, your body. And they asked them a series of questions, basically trying to figure out or trying to prove from a scientific point of view that love is the highest frequency. So they asked them a bunch of questions and got them to tell a bunch of stories based around a plethora of things. So like sad stories, happy stories, and then love stories, or like stuff about their loved ones. And like, yes, when they spoke about love, their vibration was very high, and when they spoke about sad stories, their vibration was very low. But there were certain spikes that spiked even through love and even above the love vibration. And this was in moments of them being extremely authentic, when they were being true about their experience. And you can feel these moments when you get tingles in your body. I've had tingles through my body quite a few times through this experience. I'm getting them again right now, actually. Yeah, and it's just like, even if you're having a tough experience, just be honest with yourself, be true with yourself, live that experience. That's what life is about, baby. This shit's amazing. This is the best drug I've ever taken, man. Yeah, just stay true to yourself. Stay true to the motions. Stay true to the flow of life. It ebbs, it flows, but you stay true to it, and life will match you. So yeah, with having said all that, I'm going to leave it off here. Sending my love to you. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day or night. And yeah, until the next one.